All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. How are you? Mick Thomas here. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, coming on back. I do appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much. Watch it on YouTube if you want to give it a watch. Check it out. I mean, again, nobody watches podcasts, but the option is there for you. Also, come see me live this week. This episode gets released on Monday. Tonight, August 26th, all the way through to September 1st, I am at the Comedy Cabana in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for 9 shows. Who does 9 shows in a week? Huh? Me. That's who. Come down, see me. I'll be down there. Come down, see me. Come see me. There's an article on my mind. That's where that came from, but we'll get into that in a minute. Come see me down at Myrtle Beach. 9 shows, lads. It's going to be great. Tickets are moving fast for all shows. I'm excited to get down there. I really am. Looking forward to it. Love Myrtle Beach. Love South Carolina. It may be on my one of the 2 states, maybe 3 states I may uproot and move to in the future. However. But anyway, also come see me live. You know, again, I'm in New York City until then. I'm at a Comedy Cellar, Comic Strip, Westside Comedy Club, Gotham Comedy Club. Come see me live. New Jersey, Point Pleasant, New Jersey. I am at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club on September 11th, never forget, and September 12th. And I know it's a bit far away. I know it's far away. But New Year's Eve, let all the something we forgot. New Year's Eve, 2 shows on Long Island. I'm staying on the island this year. I'm not traveling. I will be at Theatre 3 in Port Jeff Station. Tickets will be flying out for that one. Come see me live. I might even record something. You never know. Anyway, welcome back to the podcast. It's nice to be here. It's lovely to talk. Today I want to talk about some little things. Again, nothing planned, no script. Just going to go off the cuff and talk about what I want to talk about. I haven't washed these jeans in a week. I think I've wore these jeans for 7 days straight. I ain't lying. This is not good, but I got to do laundry tomorrow anyway, right? So before I head to South Carolina on Monday morning. It's now Saturday and I'm recording this episode. Yeah, I'm recording this episode on a Saturday. Like, what makes Saturday night home alone? No comedy shows? Isn't Saturday night peak night for most comedians? Yeah, it is. And this is what an unfunny comedian must feel like, to be home on a Saturday night. But I just went, nah, you know what? I got 9 shows. Take the weekend off. I worked Thursday night at the comic strip. Had a great time. Might as well take some time off. Anyway, what did I want to talk about? This week I want to talk about, I tried Chick-fil-a for the very first time. Now, one of the things you're like, that might not be a big deal to you, but you've all had Chick-fil-A. Maybe you grew up on Chick-fil-A. It was founded in 1974. I don't know if you knew that. And you're like, oh, big deal, Mick. But I've heard so much about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A this, Chick-fil-A that, and I never tried it. Never got a chance to, because usually I'm traveling back and forth. I end up going, I take Southwest from Islip. It goes to Baltimore. Baltimore is a hub. I stop in on a Sunday. I'm usually there first thing in the morning, right? On a Friday heading out, or a Thursday heading out. It's too early to have breakfast. And then coming back on a Sunday, it's closed because it's the Lord's Day. And Chick-fil-A closed. Good for them. So I never had it. So my buddy Josh from Pinball, Long Island, that's where I always am on my nights off. I got nothing to do. That's how I take a stress relief. Come on down, come see me. Pinball, Long Island, Patchogue, Main Street. It's a great location. So Josh was off that day. He goes, you know what, mate? How about Chick-fil-A on me? Let's go. I get in the car. We head down to Port Jeff, where I'm going to be New Year's Eve. And immediately, so I go on the thing on the Instagram, right, and I go, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A for the first time. What would you recommend? Some of you were part of that. Some of you gave me great feedback on that, and I appreciate that. And immediately Chick-fil-A wrote back. Chick-fil-A sent me a personal message. They went, you know what, Mick? We can't wait to have you. Right, personalized. It wasn't a generic. We can't wait to have you. Looking forward to having you at Chick-fil-A. We recommend the chicken, LOL. Right? Who does that? What company drops jokes? Now, it wasn't a great joke, but it was a dad joke. It was hilarious. And I was excited to go to Chick-fil-A. I really was. There's no... Burger King doesn't give you that shit. Call yourselves the king. My ass, Burger King. And I used to be a fan of you. McDonald's can fuck off. McDonald's, their prices are just through the roof for nothing. McDonald's are like Chinese food, right? Once you eat it, you're never full. I don't know anyone's ever been full of McDonald's. Never been full of McDonald's. But Burger King does the job. It fills the stomach up. And now Burger King, you're taking a back seat. You are taking a back seat to Chick-fil-a. Chick-fil-a. Now, and of course, before I go there, I check my messages back, right? Because people were giving me a recommendation. I genuinely was concerned. Not concerned. I genuinely was curious. Hey, lads, ladies, what should I be getting? What would you recommend from the old Chick-fil-a? Chick-fil-a, actually, if you want to pronounce it properly, by the way, it's Chick-fil-a. When you go to Ireland, that's what we call it. It's like a fillet of fish, fillet of chicken, not a fillet. And they came in, then all the messages came in, right? All the messages came flooding in. Try this, try that. Oh, get this, get a milkshake, get lemonade. This is great, and it was all helpful, and I loved it all, and I got excited. But there was out of the 900 messages I got 900 messages, right? And again, if I don't respond to you, I don't really monitor my own Instagram page. So if you ever send a message and I don't get a response back, there's a chance someone else is looking after my Instagram page. But anyway, here they come. Here come the messages. How could you support such a company? How have you, of all people, could support a company like Chick-fil-a? And I'm assuming you're referring to that they are a Christian company, and they don't support the gay community. Don't support it. They don't condemn the gay community, but they certainly don't. They don't support the gay community. They don't support the LGB lettered things. You know, they close on a Sunday. But what got me about the comment was like, how could someone like you? What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean? Someone like me? What does that mean? Someone like me, right? And it was just, you know, and you'll never make people happy. Never make people happy. Someone's always go. I had one doctor write to me. One doctor. She follows me. She writes to me and she goes, oh, this is disgusting how you could eat that, and you know what you should do is blah blah. And I was like, can I fucking go have a sandwich in peace without everybody jumping in on their fucking political, you know? First of all, and some people are like, how could you get to the community, whatever. I go, let me tell you about the community. Let me tell you about me and your community. I've supported your community for years, right? 100% I have. Do you know how many times that I have friends, wait staff who are gay? Do you know how many times there was two incidents come to mind. One was in Pennsylvania, the other one was in upstate Connecticut. I did a show I was on with a gay man. Should I mention his name? Same guy, happened twice. He's dead now, he passed away, but I don't want to mention it because he's a bit of a legend in comedy. And I know his family, I still talk to his family, but I'm not going to mention his name. A legend in comedy, truly a legend. I say, I don't mean that just to say it, but he really was a legend in comedy. And he goes up on stage and he does his whole act, and you know, he mentions he's gay on stage, and he's not over the top flamboyant. He's not, ooh, hello, right? That's my impression of an over the top flamboyant. I think if I was gay, I wouldn't be, oh, hello. I do a lot of weightlifting, so my wrists are very solid. So I don't think I could. Oh. Do tell. Oh, hello. Do tell. Right? I think I'd be the other gay. You know, I fucking love cock. I love cock. Me can't get enough of it. Love a bit of dick. Oh, my ass is going begging back here for a bit of a dick. That's kind of gay I would be, right? So I'm out with this guy, and in two separate occasions. Now, these are just not the only two times. I've worked with this guy for years before he passed away. Rest his soul. And he got harassed in the parking lot, and I stood up to a point where I was like, I got physical with one group, the other group I was willing to get physical for. So I've been an advocate of your community for years. I've always been an advocate of your community for absolutely years and years. I don't believe anybody should be hated on for their choices of who they love. Oh, Mick, you're a Christian. I am a Christian. And my job is not to judge. If they're doing something wrong, that's between them and God. It's not between me and them. Right? I don't support the community. I pray for them. And what's the hate the sin, not the sinner, is what they say. I don't judge anybody. That's their business. That's their life. It's not, judgment is not mine to give. So I've been an advocate. I've defended the community. So how dare you get online and go, oh, Mick is eating a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. That means he wants all gays dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking relax. You know, pull it back. Pull back your judgmental way of thinking. Like, you're assuming I'm the bad guy because I'm going to have a sandwich and a cookie. And okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the sandwich. It was fucking great. It was great. It was great. It was so good. I have a 4-pack. Right, I've never had a 6-pack because the way my body holds on to a little bit of fat towards the bottom there, and I got a 4-pack there, and it's gone. It's gone because I had two chicken deluxe sandwiches, fries. Fries were epic. Chocolate chip cookie. We all know Mick Thomas loves a chocolate chip cookie, and I had a large Diet Coke. Now that's not going to do nothing to your waistline. But, oh, mate, I loved Chick-fil-A. And you walk in and the people are nice. It's good, old-fashioned customer service, right? There's no more... I mean, you go to McDonald's after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Did you ever do that? Like, oh, I'd love a milkshake. Yeah, let's go to get a milkshake. I love that. What do you want in your milkshake? Vanilla. You get there, and there's always a sassy black girl, right? A big sassy black girl. The machine is broken. Now, I know Joey Cola talks about this. The machine is broken. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's always broken. Now we found out later that McDonald's came forward and admitted that like it takes them 20-something hours to actually clean the machine. So if they kept going till late at night, not my problem. How about you have a backup machine, McDonald's? How fucking hard is that? You have 2 machines. We run this one. All right, and we're about to start cleaning. Boom, activate the next one. And then as soon as that's done, this one should be ready. Do I gotta fucking tell you how to do your job, McDonald's? I don't eat you anymore. You're on my boycott list. One day I'll do a boycott list of why I boycott these places, and you know, the list of the places I boycott and why. This is one of the reasons I boycott McDonald's. Apart from their over the top prices for their fucking tiny little burgers, I don't go to McDonald's. But that was one of the things. You go to, oh, the machine is broken. Not fucking Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A got the customer service down. They'd message me personally. They welcomed me aboard. I get there, the staff could not be happier. Now, we do know it's run by Christians. I went with Josh. Josh is a Jew, right? Josh is a Jew. And Josh is a businessman, right? He's got 2 separate businesses, and he looked online to open a Chick-fil-A. He went through the, terms and conditions. By page 8, no Jews may apply. Now, I don't know how legal that is, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure that they had something like, yeah, if you're Jewish, you can't join, you can't get a franchise. And there's like 7,000 people on a waiting list to get a franchise of Chick-fil-A. 7,000. No Jews. Sorry, Josh. And I'm sure, like, you might think, well, that's discrimination. Maybe it is, but I'm sure, like, they've some loophole around it. Love the place. Love Chick-fil-A. Not for their no Jews policy, but the people that work there are just perfect haircuts, perfect neating. Like, they're almost... If their shirt was white, they'd be on missionaries heading out there. 2 by 2 as the Lord intended it. You know what I mean? I send you out 2 by 2 into the world. They were amazing. Everyone's clean. Now, they're so nice to the point when you deal with people that nice, you know they're going home and punching their kids. There's no way they're not punching children when they get home. You know what I mean? They're just nice and smiley. Coat hangers in their mouths all day long. Hi, guys, what can I get you? Oh, have you tried our fries? Now I will, because you're so nice. You know they're walking in the door. Daddy's home. Whack. I can't deal with any more niceness. It's, oh man, I loved it. I loved Chick-fil-A. Now, if I'm being honest, there was a mentally challenged table, right? Not the table itself wasn't mentally challenged. Like, that would be fun. You got to sit down and, color in different colors for the table to work. But, there was a table of mentally challenged people. Now, we all know Mick Thomas is a big fan of that, right? Big fan of that. And they were being loud, as they do. They can't help it, right? They can't help it. But it went on a bit too long, if I'm being honest with you. They didn't go on too long with the noises. And you know the noise I'm talking about, right? Like just woo, 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 like a bunch of Ric Flair meets one of the Three Stooges. Woo, 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 woo. Like, a lot of rocking back and forth. A lot of, handlers, or whatever they're called, trying to calm him down. Like, Stevie, stop. Stevie, stop. And he's like, Stevie, stop. Right? It does kind of listen, they're all God's children, right? They deserve to eat a Chick-fil-A in a place that does support all God's values. So you kind of feel bad, but it did go on too long. It did go on too long, if I'm being honest with you. And that kind of ruined my meal a little bit. But I'm not, you can't have it all. Other than that, it was a perfect experience. Speaking of that, speaking of mentally challenged people, I saw something in the news this week, and you may have seen it yourself online. Hopefully I don't lose me place here on the thing. I saw this online. You may have seen it. I'm going to my phone. This is only say I got to look up so I don't come prepared. Anna Victoria. Google Anna Victoria. A-N-A Victoria. Anna Victoria's Secrets. Anna Victoria is the first woman to get a law degree as a Down syndrome person. She's Down syndrome. Are you Down syndrome, or do you get Down syndrome, or you have Down syndrome? Can someone put that in the comments, please? You're Down syndrome. He is Down. He suffers from Down syndrome. I don't know. You don't like what is Down. Like I would say he's a bit Downsy, right? He's got a bit Downsy. No disrespect needed, right? And so she's now a lawyer. And I went in and I looked at it, and Mick Thomas follows a lot of positive pages, right? I follow a lot of Christian pages, and I follow a lot of positivity, because we all know what's going on in the world. There's so much hate and bullshit, and we're got to be done with it, right? We got to be done with it. And you think it's going to end in November, but I think it's going to get worse. But I'm going to try not talk about politics in this episode. So I do like to, for my own mental health, and I love positivity in the world, man. So I like to go and find out what's going on. And I came up on this positive page, Anna Victoria, the first Down syndrome person to get a law degree, and I think that's amazing. That's amazing, right? But here's where we got to ask ourselves a question. We got to ask ourselves these questions. We all say that's amazing, that's a great achievement, and that's defeating type, right? About people with Down syndrome, that they can't do nothing. But I had this conversation with my buddy Josh. It's always the intent versus the reality. Okay? What I mean by that is like, I give an example. It happened on Long Island about 15 years ago, because I used to work in a bank, and it happened to the Costco. People who work at Costco, which is a giant supermarket if you're not listening in this country. And what happened was these 7 or 8, 9, 10 people were a syndicate, a lottery syndicate, where they would put in money every week and they would play the lotto, and then all of a sudden, so they all won. They won the lotto. One day, yeah, actually, we all won the lotto. We all get a big chunk of change. But one person didn't come in that week and give up their $2, right? Now, and we had the debate, and I got yelled at for being, like, honest, right? I got yelled at because I said... So let me ask you a question at home. So you're in that same syndicate, there's 10 of you. No, I'll reduce it into 5 of you, right? And you all win $2 million each. You all win $2 million each, with the 5. Now, the 6th person didn't put in that week, but you get 5. Now, legally... No contract, nothing. Legally, that person isn't entitled to something. Now, everybody say, oh no, I would give them my share. I would give them their fair share. Yes, in theory, we all like to think we would. We all like to think we would give them their fair share. But this is where the reality comes in, right? The theory is, yes, I'm a good person. I want to give them what they should be owed, even though legally they're not. But then the practicality comes in, where you gotta take out your pen, take out your checkbook, and write a check for, let's say, $1 million. Now you got to write $1 million, rip it out, check number 2487, $1 million for Denise, who fucking phoned in sick and I had to take over her shift. Hand over that $1 million to Denise, and you got to watch it come out of your checking account. Now, doesn't that make it different? It's like I talk to men all the day. What would your number be to blow a guy? Oh my God, I would never. It'd have to be $10 million and I still wouldn't do it. Come on, let's be honest. A briefcase could open with 10 grand in front of you. All hundreds. Nobody's going to know. Just pop it in the gob. Right? Pop it in the veil. Sorry, for mouth. Put it in there. Ishtig veil. In the mouth. That's 10. See, that's the theory of I would definitely not do it, but the practicality of it is, here's 10 grand. I'm about to hand it over to you. Nobody's going to know, right? So, going back to this lawyer, right? We all think, oh, good for her. Round of applause. Amazing to show her achievements. Good for her. I am a good person. I am happy for her. Now, let's say all of a sudden you're wrongly convicted. You're framed for a murder you didn't commit. Now let's go back to the practicality of it out there, people listening. And you call it his law firm, Stanley and Stanley. Sounds like a good name, right? Stanley and Stanley, right? And they have a TV commercial and everything. They're standing there in their suits. Stanley and Stanley, we'll get you off the hook. Whatever it is, right? And they're all in suits. And there's always one lady at the end. And the Stanley and Stanley, they're just old white guys. And they're just standing. Stanley and Stanley, we'll get you off. If you and they'll cut to somebody, you know, like they'll cut to like an overweight black person with diabetes or something, you know, to show diversity, and they'll be like, "Oh, I remember when I got hit by a car and Stanley got me $750,000 and my diabetes went away," right? And it'll just cut to an Asian guy with a Spanish accent for some reason, and he'd be like, "I was working and it fell on me in work, and then I get 680,000. Thank you, Stanley. Right? So now, that's the commercial. So Stanley and Stanley are representing you, right? You go walk in, knock on the door, Stanley and Stanley. You go, all right, lads, listen. I wasn't even home. And then the cop said there was like blood all over the place, fingerprints. My fingerprints are there. I wasn't there. I was in I don't know, I was in Utah. Minding my business. I don't know how this is going on. Why am I framed for this? And Stanley goes, don't worry about it. Here's our fee. $500 an hour. Started the second you walked in, by the way. $500 an hour. We will get you off. We have a track record of getting you free. Like, perfect. And you go into court, you turn up that day. Don't worry, get on the phone. My lawyer's not here. Don't worry, we got the best. The best's coming for you. Sit down. When you sit in that courtroom, I want you to smile because you're going to be free in a few months. $500 an hour. And all of a sudden you're sitting there and you hear those double doors open. You know, like they have in the movie, in the TV shows and the movies. And then you feel a presence of someone sitting beside you. And you turn to your left. And there is a person like Anna with Down syndrome. Right? And you turn to Anna and you go, "Are you my lawyer?" And then Anna turns to you and goes, hang on, what? I'm not going to do the voice. I won't do the voice. Producers. No, I'm not going to do the voice. I promise. I'm creating a story here and you're ruining it. Get out. I'm not going to do the voice. I'm not going to do the voice. Why don't you believe me? I won't do the voice. It would be funnier with the voice, but I'm not going to do it. I want to create a real moment. I want to do a thing for the people here. I want to do an actual social experiment to see what they would do. I'm not going to do the voice. I'm not doing the voice. Get out. Sorry. So you're sitting there and you got your water bottle. You turn and you go, "Are you my lawyer?" And next to you is a lawyer with Down syndrome. And the lawyer turns to you and they go, and the lawyer goes, I'm trying to be, I just came from confession today. That's like shit. And then the lawyer turns to you and goes, The lawyer turns to you and they take the briefcase out and they got the briefcase out and they open it and, you know, it's full of string cheese. Whatever, John Cena picture. And they go, "Yeah, I'm your lawyer." Ooh, that was, all right, I'm your lawyer. So the question is, now that you know that the person beside you is Down syndrome, you're on death row, right? Does the good part of your body go, no, they're qualified. I have no, or do you go, I need to call back Stanley and Stanley go, "Listen, can you, hi, yeah, this is Mick here. Can you send me down someone else?" What? No, I got none again. I'm sure she's a great lawyer. I just have a bad feeling about this because my life is on the line here. Do you do that? Do you send Anna or the likes away and get another lawyer? I nearly said normal, but I didn't. You get another lawyer because now your heart is like, I'm a good person and they can do what they want. But the other part of you is like, no, I can't. Right? Like, what would you do if you're on a plane? Same question. You're getting on a plane. You sit down. You just got a backpack. You don't check your luggage. You get in. It's going to be a quick flight. You put it up. Cockpit opens up really quick. You go, wait a minute. That looked like... No, I saw that wrong. That was... No, that wasn't a... Wait a minute. And then the cockpit opens up again. And they hand in one of those forms to the pilots for the takeoff. Go, oh my God, was that? No, I couldn't have been. But then, you know what? They're qualified. They took the test and they took the training. I have no problem with it. This is fine. And then over here, this is your captain speaking. We're looking forward to a long flight. We are going to the Bermuda Triangle. Just joking. This is a non-stop flight to Chicago. Right? Do you get off that plane? Do you get off that plane? Me, I will be honest with you now. I like to think, you know, and I care for these people, and I sympathize and I empathize with these people, and I think it's amazing that you can overcome those odds to do that, to go through training, not only to go through school like that, but to go through like hardship and years of probably bullying and being told you're not good enough, being told you can't do anything. And then there they are, they have made it, they've passed their test. I'll be honest with you, I'm getting off that plane. I'm leaving this plane. Call me what you want. I'm not rolling those dice. You know what? I could get off the plane. You're a monster. I'll be a live monster. I will be a live monster. I'm betting the odds. If this was Vegas and you had two planes, one was flown by someone with Down syndrome, I'm not having a go, and the other one was flown by a grey-haired man, combed to the side, perfect mustache, right? A mustachioed perfect man. I'm going to bet, and Vegas said one of these planes is going to crash through the fault of the pilot. I'm probably going to go with it. Well, it wasn't Captain Sully. I'm leaving the plane. That's all I'm saying. But, joking aside, right? That's amazing, right? That is amazing that Anna was able to do that, and Anna was able to get her law degree and to become she's already getting job offers. I read it. And also what I read, which kind of makes sense, she's from Mexico. Right? It's in Mexico. This all happened in Mexico, right? So now you're probably like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, because Mexico is, you know, it's, you know what I mean? Her graduation was 2 guns she fired into the air, danced around a sombrero, and rode a donkey home. Anyway, listen, I gotta go. Thank you for not reporting this episode. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and coming on back. I do appreciate you, as always. Again, thanks for watching the show, and listen, come see me live, and as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.